What is up, you guys? Glitchiz here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to bring you another quick guide going over officially how the seasonal progression works within the final release of Once Human. A few things changed and a couple cool features have been added, so I wanted to show all that off to you guys today. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is click on our seasonal banner. You can get to this by just going to the escape menu. When you click on this, this will give you all the information for your PVE or PVP server. I'm on a PVE server. This first right here will show off what all the activities that are going to be unlocking within each phase. These are basically time gated. Once this particular one ends, the next one opens. That will also be time gated, so on and so forth. Some of them may or may not have sort of community-based activities, goals that have to be met for all the people that are actively playing on the server. Once all those have been met, then the next phase unlocks and you keep going. Phase 1, day 1, starter 1, we have the Miss Zones, Public Crisis Events, Workshop, and the Hales Moving House, as well as securement silos are now available. Those are scattered all throughout the map. Phase 2, we're going to get the easy mode for the Prime War. As the world evolves, various timelines will be invaded by deviations. The world collapses in the meeting of the two phases. Herald of Courage and the Cage Prisoner also becomes available. That's a new thing within the Wish Machine, I believe, with specific weapon blueprints that are guaranteed. Go to the Wish Machine to unlock it. Next, we have Phase 3. This is a PvE server, by the way. The Prime War and Hard Mode dungeons are now available. So as we go through, Prime War Pro mode unlocks, and then lastly we get the Manibus. This is similar to what I was showing off in my PvE and PvP servers guide. I'll leave a link to that if you guys are curious about that. Go over all the details between PvE and PvP servers and what you get and don't get. But in terms of progression, not only do the activities change within the phase, but there is seasonal goals. And this is something I didn't talk about in the previous video. Now, seasonal goals are very, very important. You get a lot of really great rewards, and definitely things that you're going to want to focus on early on because you get tons of mimetic points. Now, these are the points that you use in your little, basically, mimetic tree to unlock all of your blueprints for building things. So you get, 10, 20, 30 of them per phase. That is a ton of these formulas that you're going to be able to unlock to help you build things more quickly. But let's go back here real quick. And the way you get these points is by reaching these 3 milestones. There's a 1-star, 2-star, and a 3-star milestone. Depending on how many objectives you complete, that meter will slowly start to fill. And after you reach and complete one of the milestones, you can then claim the corresponding reward. In this particular case, it's a specialization cleaner, which allows you to swap out the randomized specialization that you get to pick in your cradle as well. You can go over there real quick. That is this button right here. All of these random perks that you unlock at level 10, 15, 20, 25, those are all randomized, and you may or may not get the ones you like. If down the road you find one that you aren't really using that much, you can use that little basically respecialization token to reset that ability and get 5 or 6 more random rolls to choose from. So keep in mind for that. That comes in very handy in the late game when you want to kind of min-max your buffs. So really, really good thing to focus on there. You also get a ton of Star Chrome for the Wish Machine. And then again, I said the mimetic points, but we have 4 tabs to choose from. This will be the same in every phase. We have Territory, Adventures, Secure, and Challenges. And in each one of these, there is unique little objectives, some of which you'll be completing by default as you just do things throughout the game and you won't even realize it. But other ones are pretty specific. Place 5 furniture, recalibrate a weapon +4 on any weapon, reach a territory building rating of 100. For adventures, we have things like liking or disliking any message, activating 10 teleporters. Securement for first phase, capture a total of 2 different deviations, use deviations to deal 1000 damage. So challenges are usually more of like, as you get later on, like silo challenges and raid challenges. But in the first phase, we have simpler ones like backstab an enemy 10 times. So the first phase is pretty simple, but one cool one is if you use a melee weapon to defeat 200 enemies, you do unlock a new deviant. This deviant has not been shown off anywhere in the game yet. It is the Xeno Purifier. It's basically an attacking deviant that you can have in your cradle that allows you to do basically a blink strike attack with your melee weapon. Pretty cool there. And on top of that, actually, on top of getting the rewards to go towards a milestone, each one of these will grant you Mitsuko's marks, which you can then use in the seasonal shop to unlock more cosmetics. So really, really cool here. If you want to get those cosmetics, you're going to need these, and you can get to the cosmetic shop by going to the little icon in the top right corner. And there's some pretty cool stuff in here as well. The rarest one, the hardest one to get, you pretty much need to complete almost all 6 phases and almost every objective. You need 5,000 Mitsuko marks. That gives you the Manibus collectible item. You also get an exclusive name card for 800 or 2,000. And the avatar. Moving on to the annual pass, we have a seasonal loot crate. This has a cool outfit as well as some other cosmetics. A nice little sword here, skin for your basically your axe, which is pretty nice. If we scroll down here, we've got some cool masks that you can potentially buy. I want to say that this is all random, so you buy the crate for 55, and then you got a chance to get any one of these items. So it's kind of like a random drop. Ideally, you would want the purple ones; those are more rare. Moving on, we have Starchrome crates. These you're going to want to get pretty much one of each one until they max out. You get 8 in total, but you do end up purchasing them with basically energy. They can only be purchased during the phase 6, which is the final phase of the season. So a lot of people were complaining that towards the end of the season, Starchrome was getting pretty scarce. This is the feature they added to allow you to get another 500 extra Starchrome crate multiple times with just energy, and there is tons of these that you can grab. So that's a good way to get extra Starchrome in the late game later in the season. And then last but not least, we have some phase 1 furniture formulas you can get. Industrial dressing design for Starchrome, an industrial double bed, some cool lighting fixtures, the plush toy doll, and then some basically wallpapers and other furnitures that are pretty cool. So those you can buy right away with your Starchrome. These are things that if you specifically want them, you can pick them out and use your Starchrome for that instead of using the wish machine. So another thing that you can potentially spend your currency on. But in my opinion, one of the coolest things that they've added, which was in no other beta, we're seeing it for the first time, is we have a new seasonal shield pattern. So these are basically butterfly emissary tokens, which can attach to your player as a basically accessory to show off some street cred, if you will, and kind of show all of the experience that you've gained by completing your seasonal goals. So the only way you can get these is by completing as many of these seasonal tasks as you can. And they actually look pretty cool. At level 1, you automatically get the level 1 badge, the name card, the butterfly emissary star emblem, as well as a cool standee. And these look pretty cool, and this is just a decoration that you can put in your house. I personally obviously like the max level 1. Once you get to the 4-star rating, you get the really elaborate butterfly. It kind of glows. This would look super cool in a base. And then to top it all off, you can see it right here on the character as well. So it'll actually be a visible badge that your player will wear for some street cred. If you see someone with the maximum rank butterfly emissary emblem, then you know they were pretty try hard and got almost all of the seasonal tasks completed. So it's just one more reason. There wasn't really a reason other than the Mitsuko marks and things to do the tasks. Now you get a cool little cosmetic item to go with it. So I wanted to show that off because I thought that was really neat. You can actually get a better view of it if you go to your basically your cosmetics. And right here under the cradle, we have a little medallion thing, and this has a zoomed in version of it. So that is a close-up of what all those tokens will look like. I'm looking forward to completing those tasks and putting my own emblem on. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Do your seasonal tasks, get some really cool rewards, unlock a ton of cosmetics, and at the same time, get a bunch of Starchrome for that wish machine. It's a win-win all around. So if you guys enjoyed that video, if you thought it was informative, be sure to smash the like button, comment down below. I appreciate all of your guys' feedback. If you want to keep up to date on all my future content, consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell. And then lastly, if you want to join a community of like-minded gamers, then consider checking the links down in the description and join us on the Discord. Me and another fellow Once Human partner named Maddie Gorm have teamed up on the NA East PVE number 8 server, and we have a big warband that we're putting together so we can take advantage of some of those end game later phase big world boss events. It's already almost capped out for the few members we're allowed to have. It does grow eventually so we can bring in a lot more of you guys, but we do have warband signups and a designated channel on the Discord, so feel free to join up and hopefully we see you guys around. But until the next one, hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you all later.